There are two types of people who play Apex. Number one is the person that can just main a legend all the way through the game. That's the only legend that they play, and if someone else picks that legend, they're just in an absolute disaster because that one legend is their legend. They have so many kills on that legend, and they're just absolutely phenomenal at playing that legend. And then there's people like me, who literally can't decide what legend they want to play on an hourly basis. I am literally forever changing my legend because I don't know which legend I actually want to play. And then you come into this kind of place in the end of the night where you just don't know what legend you want to play because you're just so bad at playing every single one. So that's why I've made a short little list of 3 legends that I think are the easiest legend to play. So when you come to this part of the night where you just are so stuck on what legend you want to play, you've got some really easy legends to play and you don't want to uninstall the game. I hope this video helps you guys out. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to like the video. It is the only way that I know that you guys enjoy the video, and make sure to hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. Let's get into it. So the first legend that I'm going to recommend, I think, is one of the easiest legends to play, and also probably one of the best legends in the game right now, is going to be Bangalore. Bangalore has extremely easy kit to use, and not only is a kit extremely easy to use, it's also probably one of the best kits in the entire game. The great thing about a kit is it can help you and the team, and it can be used in an offensive and defensive way at the same time. A passive is extremely good and can get you out of very, very difficult situations because that speed boost can be absolutely massive. There's nothing worse than that feeling of trying to run away and you're just getting absolutely hammered by the enemy. But getting that little speed boost can literally give you the edge to getting away from your enemy and living to fight another day. A tactical smoke launcher can be used in 2 different ways. Obviously, it can be used as a defensive way to either smoke you or smoke your enemies to help you prevent from getting shot down during a gunfight. But the other thing it can be used as, which you'll see a lot of the higher skill level players do, is if you've got a digiscope on one of your guns, they will smoke the enemy before a gunfight and they will basically run straight into the enemy and be able to get 3 shots off because the enemy will not be able to see a thing, and obviously through your scope the enemy is going to be bright red. And then our ultimate Rolling Thunder again can be used in a defensive or offensive way. It can be great on the offensive for pushing a team into a spot, and then if you're stuck or need a res, it's great to just throw that down onto your down teammate or something like that to basically put that gap in between you and the enemies, or to push them back a little bit further just so you can get that reset on your team. Overall, the reason why Bangalore is so good is because he's just so versatile in every single map that you play. Obviously there is a certain amount of skill that is going to make you better at Bangalore, like learning that it's better to smoke your enemies rather than smoke yourself because the amount that it covers on the screen for them compared to if you smoke yourself is a lot greater. So just little things like that is going to increase your skill at Bangalore. However, this is certainly one of those legends where if you've never played it before and you want to pick up someone that's really easy to play and that's going to be effective in every single game, Bangalore is definitely going to be a one for you. The next legend I'm going to pick, I was debating between 2. Now, obviously, we're going to have a scan legend on this list because scan legends are just so easy to play because it basically gives you free wall hacks. It tells you where the enemy is, which is always going to be something that is really, really good for people that are struggling in a game. Obviously, it's not just for people who struggle in a game. The top tier players are going to use scan legends because why wouldn't you if you can gain the advantage on your enemy team? So I was debating between Bloodhound and Seer, and the reason why I think Bloodhound is easier to play than Seer is because there now is a bit of an element of Seer where you kind of need to know how to use the heartbeat sensor, and you kind of need to know where to put your scan for him to be effective. So unless you haven't played Seer before, and unless you've got a little bit of knowledge about Seer, there is going to be that skill gap between a bad Seer and a good Seer. Whereas with Bloodhound, you literally just need to press one button and he just taps his wrist and then you just got wall hacks for a couple of seconds. So that's why I think Bloodhound is probably the easiest scan legend to play and one of the easiest legends to play in the game, but also while being really, really effective. Now, if you don't know, his passive has been completely reworked, and I have put a video out dedicating it to Bloodhound, and now I think his passive is completely better. I'm not going to go massively into it, but if you do want to know why I think his passive is a lot better than it was before, make sure to check out that video. I'll pin it in the top corner so you can click on that and watch it if you are interested in why Bloodhound I think he's better in Season 16 than he was in Season 15. Basically, all in all, he's got a little white raven that will lead you to the enemy now. This is great for players that struggle to find kills in a game or maybe just don't know where to go on the map because it literally leads you to an enemy. Then you've got his tactical, which is his scan on his wrist. Literally all you need to do is press one button and it scans your enemies for a few seconds and tells you exactly where they are. Obviously there is a timing factor to it that may help your team, but all in all, if you scan those enemies at a pretty decent time for your team to see, he's going to be pretty helpful to the team. And then his ultimate, this is really, really good if you're struggling to win your 1v1s. Beast of the Hunt, in my opinion, is probably one of the best ultimates in the game. It basically gives you a massive speed boost, a massive strafe boost, and highlights your enemies bright red. So you know exactly where your enemies are, you've got better movement than them already, you've got better strafe speed than them already, and your enemies are highlighted bright red and the rest of your screen is grey, so you literally cannot miss them. If you've checked that video out that I've got on Bloodhound, you'll know that you can pretty much have this ultimate every single fight that you take now. So that's why I definitely say that Bloodhound is one of the easiest legends to use. You've basically got a scan that you can use every 20 seconds, and then you've got an ultimate that you can use in every single fight that is going to almost guarantee that you're going to win your 1v1. And then finally, for the top 3 easiest legends, we're going to go for the last one, which is going to be Loba. Now again, there are going to be different skill levels to different Lobas, and there's going to be little things that make some Loba players better than others, but overall, in general, Loba is a really great legend to play just because she offers the team so much, and at the same time, your tactical is a little bracelet that offers you a little bit of movement around the map as well, which is always great against some of these legends because it basically gives you a little free out if you do get stuck in a situation or put yourself in a bad position. Obviously, a passive can be great at the start of the game because it attracts you to the best loot possible, and at the start of the game, that can be really clutch for you because it puts you at a bit of an advantage against your enemies who may have worse loot than you. A tactical, as I've just mentioned, is a bracelet where when you throw it and it lands, it will teleport you to the position that it lands in. This can be great if you put yourself in a bad position or you find yourself stuck in a little pinch, or if you feel like you're taking a fight that you probably shouldn't have done, you can use that bracelet to try and get out of that fight. And one thing I will say about this bracelet as well is Loba should be the person at the back of the fight now. Because of the new class setup, she can actually craft banners, and with that bracelet and her being able to get away from that fight, she should be the anchor of the team, which basically means if your team is losing a fight and you've got a player that goes down and you feel like that there's no way of you winning this fight, you should bracelet out of that fight, craft your team's banners, and get yourself back into the game. And obviously her ultimate, which is Black Market, which everybody will know what that does. It basically puts a little portable Black Market, which has a little radius where it'll pick up all the loot in that radius and let you select what you want. This is really good for players who may spend a little bit too much time looting because it just gives them the option to pick what they want and then go. And obviously it's really great for all parts of the game because it pretty much guarantees that your team is never going to run out of ammo. You're never really going to run out of shields or heals or anything like that because you can just pick them up when you need them. It's a good way to keep your team really healthy, and it's also great for when you do reset your team because you can just throw a Black Market down and get them a gun almost instantly, and it saves them having to run around with grey shields or no gun and possibly getting gunned down by someone with a lot better guns and shields. So those 3 legends are going to be my top 3 legend picks overall for all of the legends if you're having a hard time. Obviously, I'm not saying that these are the best 3 legends in the game. I'm just basically saying that these legends are going to help you out if you're having a tough time because they're just so easy to use. They're great because they offer abilities to get into good situations and offer abilities to get out of bad situations. Let me know what your top 3 easiest legends would be if you had to pick 3. Do you agree with what I've said, or do you think there is an easier legend to use? Let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.